So what have we done? We've come in now and we live vicariously. We have no sense of accomplishment. Now, and this is going to upset some folks, but the teenagers are going to give me an offering, but sometimes, believe it or not, completing a video game for your children brings them a sense of completion. In the old days, it was build a tree house. And you could sit back and look at it because we had our fort made. But nowadays, it's finishing a level on a game or something. But what makes us happy and what gives us the fulfillment is the accomplishment and the production. But materials never make it. And you got to watch overcompensating your kids with materials. Because I've discovered that you take kids to a beach and you don't bring anything. They will find a cup on the shore, and next thing you know, that is the robot that everybody has to run from. And if the robot touches you while sand is between, and they have invented this whole thing out of a crushed styrofoam cup. And there's fulfillment in using mental exercise and mental energy to produce something. But when life is handed to you, you don't have to cook, just watch them cook. You don't have to learn the recipe, just do it. And part of our happiness is going to come from doing the things that correspond to happiness. And hear me, materialism is not it. Materialism is trying to solve a spiritual problem with a physical solution. Now, you got something you got to say on this?
No.
Okay, I just want to hit another Ecclesiastes 5. I've talked to people that make less money now than they've made in their whole lives. But, you know, they take the kids up to the library to rent videos. And they play games. You know, I talk to them. You know, there's a time where you played games with your children. I grew up on Scrabble and Boggle and thinking things. We used to go to the restaurant, and when we would sit down, the first thing that happened, we would sit down and say, yeah, can we get a bottle of water, a glass of ice water and tea, and take out a napkin, and everybody's writing on napkins, and they would come up with a word, they say spaghetti, and you write down spaghetti, and you see as many words as you can get out of the word spaghetti. Now, I'm 10, I'm coming up with, hat, and then, my dad's coming up with, special or whatever. It doesn't work in spaghetti, but you understand what I'm saying. And your mind is engaged, and there's a sense of fulfillment because you're being productive. But don't look for happiness if you're not going to look for being productive. Ecclesiastes 5, watch this. Let me tell you something. Mowing the lawn feels good inside when it's done. Now you're cussing like Yosemite Sam while you're out there doing it, but when it's done, something just goes off inside you. What? It's the way you were created. You were created for that accomplishment. You were created for that productivity. Ecclesiastes 5. Money doesn't do it. Verse 10. He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth in abundance, he'll not be satisfied with increase. This also is vanity. And a lot of times we think that the more silver we get, the better we're going to feel. And silver never satisfies the lovers of silver. As a matter of fact, it just makes you more empty. Believe it or not, this is the God's honest truth. My pastor is a multi-gazillionaire. Multi-gazillionaire. And the times I've seen him the happiest is when he and I go out, or when, and I'm down here doing this now, so it's not really, I don't have much chance to do it. But when he would say, I'm going to go wash all the cars today, he could pay 15 people to wash the cars. Why are you out there washing the cars? Man, you can hire a person for every car you got. Because there's something about accomplishment, production, that brings happiness. And shining a Datsun and sitting there wiping the sweat off your brow and looking at it when it's over, there's something divine inside your makeup that responds to that. There's something divine inside your makeup that responds, listen to me, to a made bed. Now, we go through life and say it doesn't, but you know, Connie and I, we've been nesting. Somebody say nesting? Well, she's been nesting, and I've been co-nesting. And we've been doing this and doing the church and doing this. And what day was it? Sunday and Monday? We said, okay, we got to get ready for baby. And man, we pulled out the pack and play, the stuff. We moved in. Pictures have been sitting for 6 weeks. I hung up every picture. See, my in-laws are coming to town, so Project In-Law has hit. They're supposed to be in Monday night. They're coming in Monday at noon, and so here it comes. We're in Project In-Law. We had Project Turnaround to get jobs. I had Project In-Law, so I didn't have to wear ribbons of shame in front of my mother-in-law. So I am hanging up pictures, and I'm doing this, and we got it, and we got the bed, and we got this, and we got the baby's thing done. We put the closet, we did, and at the end of the day, tired is not what you feel. You feel this productive. Feels good to look at something. And a lot of people keep waiting to get happy, but they're not committed to productivity. Last scripture. Genesis 1. Pastor, you said you're getting us out of here. Your kids will be all right. I'm going home and having a baby. What are you talking about?
I was going to say, it's going to take you a few weeks to wean off your time. You know,
Yeah. Good. I got to get my soul
the first week of
good.
school.
Say
huh?
it, sister. Yeah, prophesy. No,
so
seriously.
by 2 or 3 weeks, you'll
I'll
have
be
it
at
done.
8:15. That's right. All right, here we go. No, y'all need to see this. This is good stuff. I don't care what you say. It's good stuff. You want to know why productivity is tied to happiness? Because it's in the fiber of your being. It's what you were made for. Genesis 1:26, God said, let us make man in our own image. Genesis 1:26, God said, let us make man in our own image, and after our likeness, let them have dominion over the fish, the sea, the fowl of the air, over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Verse 27, so God created man in his own image. In the image of God created him, male and female, both now created he them. God blessed them and said unto them, be fruitful. Multiply, replenish the earth, subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth on the earth. 5 things. Fruitful, multiply, replenish, subdue, have dominion. I don't care what economic scale you're on, single, married, separated, widowed, widower, or divorced. When you find yourself discovering areas where you can be fruitful, where you can have multiplication or increase, where you can replenish, where you can subdue, and where you have dominion, something divine will awaken your spirit